First on our list is the Megalodon, a creature that ruled the oceans millions of years ago. This fierce apex predator, even more formidable than any dinosaur that once roamed the face of the earth, incites fear and trepidation at the mere thought of it. One can only imagine the sheer terror that must have been instilled in its prey at the sight of this giant creature, because it is as gigantic as a 60-foot-long shark and sports teeth over 7 inches long. Even the bravest sailors would have cowered in fear at the sight of this monstrous beast. However, it was not merely its enormity and strength that struck terror into the hearts of those it encountered. The Megalodon's extraordinary speed and agility, able to propel itself through the water at up to 60 miles per hour, made it highly impossible to escape. The thought of attempting to outrun something of that magnitude is truly terrifying. Unlike dinosaurs, who were limited to land, the Megalodon dominated the oceans with its immense power and speed. Its powerful jaws and razor-sharp teeth were capable of pulverizing and rending apart nearly anything that stood in its way. Let us not forget the Megalodon's diet, as it was a true apex predator, feasting on everything from whales to colossal squid. Nothing within the ocean was spared from the Megalodon's insatiable hunger. The creature's wrath knew no bounds, and no animal in the ocean was safe from its menacing clutches. The fact that this colossal beast existed millions of years ago, traversing the same seas that we navigate today, is both intriguing and spine-chilling. The mere thought of encountering a Megalodon while swimming in the ocean is enough to cause any human to pee their pants. Next on our list is the Sabertooth Tiger. The Sabertooth Tiger, or what some people know as the Smilodon, is a force to be reckoned with. The sheer terror that must have been felt by any animal that crossed paths with this apex predator is almost unimaginable. Can you imagine walking through a forest and suddenly coming face to face with one of these beasts? Its piercing yellow eyes staring straight at you, its teeth bared, ready to attack at any moment, it's enough to make your heart skip a beat. With its teeth like razor blades, measuring up to a whopping 11 inches in length, it could easily take down prey much larger than itself. Its sheer size and strength, weighing over 500 pounds and reaching up to 6 feet in length, made it a formidable foe that struck fear in the hearts of even the bravest of animals. And it's not just the physical attributes of the saber-toothed tiger that make it so terrifying. Its hunting tactics were nothing short of brutal. The way it would hide in the shadows and pounce on unsuspecting prey with lightning speed. It's like something out of a nightmare. And let's not forget about the roar of the saber-toothed tiger. The bone-chilling sound could be heard for miles around, striking fear into the hearts of any animal in the vicinity. I can't imagine what it must have been like to hear that roar in the dead of night, knowing that this predator was out there, lurking in the darkness. Even though the saber-toothed tiger is extinct now, its legacy lives on as one of the most frightening predators to have ever existed. Knowing this, I can't help but feel grateful that I'll never have to come face to face with one. Next, we have the Titanoboa. The Titanoboa is one of the largest sized snakes to ever slither on the face of the earth. The thought of encountering one of these monstrous snakes is enough to make the skin crawl in disgust, and thank the universe that these monsters are now extinct. Its massive size, growing up to 42 feet in length and weighing as much as 2,500 pounds, made it the largest snake to ever crawl on the earth. The Titanoboa's strength and power were unmatched, and it was capable of crushing anything in its path with ease. Its speed and agility were equally impressive, with the ability to move as fast as a modern-day crocodile. Just imagining trying to outrun such a massive and quick predator is enough to make any creature shiver in fear. What's even more terrifying is the Titanoboa's insatiable appetite. It was known to prey on just about anything it could catch, including giant turtles and crocodiles. It was a true apex predator, feared by all creatures that crossed its path. The fact that the Titanoboa lived in a world filled with other frightening animals only adds to its ominous presence. It reminds us daily that our planet has been home to some of the most deadly and formidable creatures to have ever existed. Moving on to the next one, Artiodactyls. Artiodactyls may appear harmless and docile, but do not be fooled by their peaceful facade. Artiodactyls are a group of mammals that have even-toed hooves and are found all over the world. They belong to the order Artiodactyla, which include pigs, deer, antelopes, and giraffes. These creatures are known for their herbivorous diet, but that does not mean they are not dangerous. These cunning and ferocious beasts are always on the lookout for their next prey. Imagine coming face to face with a charging bull. The sheer size and power of these creatures can make the worst nightmares come true. In addition, their sharp horns can easily impale you, making the situation even more dangerous. Hippos, which are also considered Artiodactyls, are even more deadly. These massive beasts are responsible for more human deaths in Africa than any other large animal. Although they may look chubby and adorable, do not let their appearance deceive you. A charging hippo can easily crush a human in seconds, and that does not sound cute to me. They're also known for their aggressive behavior and can attack humans if they feel threatened. So if you ever find yourself face to face with one of these beasts, be sure to pray for mercy, because you'll need it. Next on the list is the Plura. The Plura, a creature that is capable of causing nightmares, is more terrifying than even the most vicious dinosaurs. If you happen to come across this creature, I suggest that you run for your life. You might be wondering why, right? To begin with, this creature is enormous. We're talking about a gigantic millipede-like creature that could grow up to 8 feet in length. Just imagine encountering such a monster in the wild. Its sheer size alone is enough to make you pray for mercy. However, it's not just the creature's size that's scary. The Plura was also covered in sharp, spiky plates that could easily cut through flesh. If you thought it was a herbivore, I'm sorry to inform you that it was a carnivore. That's right. This gigantic millipede was not content with consuming leaves alone. It had a taste for flesh and was not afraid to use its powerful jaws to crush its prey. But that's not all. The creature's ability to breathe fire adds to its already terrifying nature. Yes, you heard that correctly. Some scientists believe that the Plura had a distinctive method of breathing that allowed it to emit flammable gases, which it could ignite to create a fiery weapon. Just imagine being pursued by a massive, fire-breathing millipede. Moving on to the Helicoprion. The Helicoprion is a primordial sea monster that instills terror in those who hear its name. And trust me, once you learn about this beast, you will understand why. This creature's jaw is adorned with a bizarre spiral of teeth, setting it apart from other sharks that once roamed the ancient seas millions of years ago. Not only was its jaw a nightmare, but this monster could grow up to 25 feet long, longer than a typical school bus. With razor-sharp teeth lining its jaws, it was a formidable predator that could take down even the most massive prey that ever existed. But what's truly terrifying about the Helicoprion is that we don't know much about it. Only fossils of its spiral-toothed jaw have been found, and speculation runs wild as to how it used this weapon to capture and consume its prey. If you find yourself swimming in prehistoric waters, I suggest you keep an eye out for the Helicoprion and hope it doesn't find you first. Next is the Jalopterus. The Jalopterus is a formidable creature that embodies fear and ferocity. This ancient beast ranks amongst the largest arthropods to have ever existed, and facing it in person is certainly not for the faint-hearted. The Jalopterus was a gigantic sea scorpion that roamed the face of the earth over 400 million years ago. It could reach a length of 8 feet, armed with sharp claws that could easily slice through flesh. To add to its already menacing features, it possessed a pair of eyes that could see in almost complete darkness, allowing it to be a skilled hunter, attacking its prey at any time. What makes the Jalopterus extremely terrifying is its ability to breathe underwater, making it a truly undefeatable predator that can survive and thrive in the depths of the ocean. And don't even think about outswimming it, as the Jalopterus has a powerful tail that will propel it through the water at alarming speeds. As if that's not enough, the Jalopterus was also venomous. It used its venom to paralyze prey before consuming it whole. I don't think anyone can survive getting stung by a Jalopterus. The last on my list today is the Halocygenia. The Halocygenia is a terrifying and unusual creature that lived in the Cambrian period over 500 million years ago. While its appearance may seem terrifying, it is important to remember that it existed in a vastly different world than our own. The Halosegenia was a soft-bodied animal that lived on the sea floor, and its spikes and tentacles were likely used for defense and capturing prey. Despite its worm-like, frightening appearance, it was a relatively small creature, only growing up to a few centimeters in length. The Halosegenia had bizarre anatomy which made it very terrifying. Its back was covered in a row of spikes that it used for defense, but it also had a row of legs that resembled tentacles that it used for movement. To top it all off, it had a long, spiky tail that it could use to assault prey. Yet, Halosegenia's purely extraterrestrial appearance is what sets it apart from dinosaurs. It gives it the appearance of something that most likely crawled out of a horror film. And that brings us to the end of this video. We hope you liked this video and learned something new today. And as always, keep exploring.